Hey guys, ThatGuysBacon. Welcome back to another free run video. This video, actually, the topic of this video is going to be about free running and parkour. So, not many of you guys know this. I don't think anybody really knows this on this channel. Is that I am a parkour free runner. At least I was. And now that I'm in college and I'm working as much as I can, I don't really have that much time to do it. But now that there's a free run mode in Black Ops 3, might as well talk about free running and parkour. So, the way I learned how to do parkour and freerunning is that at my local park in my town, a bunch of my friends and I would just go on there and we'd like walk around like the wooden beams, jump off the things, roll on the mulch, jump over fences, do like handstands and like gymnastic stuff everywhere. And eventually we met up with these other guys who were doing the same things that we were. And they were more into doing freerunning. Freerunning and parkour are different. They're not the same. Freerunning is doing flips, while parkour is getting from point A to point B in the most efficient way possible. So I was doing parkour, and they were doing freerunning. I'm more of a freerunner now than I am a parkour person. And the way I learned how to do all the stuff that I can do, being a front flip, back flip, and side flip, is that I would just literally jump off of the ground on my mulch and just thrust my body into try to do flips. Naturally, I landed on my back a lot, and I do mean a lot. Literally, most of the time, it took me about a month in order to actually land a flip, and even then, it wasn't like a solid land. It was kind of bad. Like I landed on my on the heels of my feet and like fell backwards, or I would overdo it, and I just couldn't do it right. But as I kept doing it, my body kept getting used to it, more and more used to it. And it would just become easier, and it would just kind of happen. Everything would just go really easily. Same rules go to this one. No retry is no faults. No faults, no retries. So flips they didn't come easily. It took a lot of time. Front flips were the first flip that I learned, and I jumped off of a wooden tire, not a rubber tire, like a ones that the playground had little obstacles, and there was this one section where there were rubber tires, which were like half in and half out of the mulch. So my friends and I, we would jump off of one tire which was kind of deflated, but it provided enough boost to give us maybe like an extra inch or two of height for jumps, which really isn't that much, but to us at that time it felt like it was a good amount because it helped us get over. Literally, it just helped us get over while flipping. So that's where I learned my first front flip. I would always go out too much. Like I never really tucked, because when you flip, you gotta tuck. That's how you go over. I mean, sure, you can do the layouts, which are just scary. I mean, they're not scary. I can do layouts off of like trampolines and off of things, but I can't do it on the ground. People who can do that stuff on the ground are just literally crazy. I don't know how they do it. They're just mental. They have like super legs, and they're just super athletic. But after I learned my front flip, which took me like a month to learn, like I said, on the mulch, I learned a side flip, which I would literally have my friend like hunch over, and I would like roll over his back to try to do it. It took me a while learning that too. Mainly it was just a bunch of fear, because front flips are one thing, side flips are another thing, and back flips are something else entirely. Side flips are apparently one of the hardest flips to learn, if not the front flip is. The front flip and the side flips are the hardest flips to learn over the back flip. That's from my experience. So I learned the side flip. Took me about a month to learn that too. All these flips come in time. You can't just rush it. I mean, I'm sure somebody can. Someone probably has, but I wasn't that fortunate. I had to work a lot in order to do that stuff, and I haven't done it in a couple months actually now. So I'm a bit rusty. I actually did a backflip at my work. I almost hurt myself really bad. I almost landed on my neck, and that could have ended off terribly. Thankfully, I didn't. I rotated just enough to avoid landing on my neck. Okay, now I gotta restart this stupid thing. Okay. I hate this part so much. It's just so stupid. Yeah, so, and then the final flip that I learned was a backflip. Now, generally I can do the backflip pretty decently. I did the backflip pretty decently. My friend would help spot me, and how they do that, like, you'd be jumping back, and they would, like, grab your legs. Like, you have one arm on their back and one arm on your legs, and you, like, flip them over. Now, I was a spotter. That's what spotting does for that stuff. So it was pretty entertaining because sometimes we would overthrow the people, where they would go too far back and like land on their back, and pretty much do like a backflip and a half. Dangerous. Spotting can be dangerous, so be careful. Know your strengths. Don't try to kill your friends. So with my backflips, I started going backwards. I did the backflip normally, and then because of how I jump, I use my hips, I guess. Not my hips, but I thrust my body upwards, and the force of me bringing in my legs to tuck brings me forwards instead of backwards. So instead of doing a backwards backflip, I do a frontwards backflip, to where my body moves forward, but I go backwards, and that's probably what really helped me almost land on my neck yesterday at work. Yesterday, yeah, it was yesterday that I almost landed on my neck at work. Don't horseplay at work. It's not fun. Doesn't end well. Anyways, so yeah, I do what is called a gainer, which is a frontwards backflip. So you go forwards and you tuck backwards and you do a backflip while moving forward. Gainer. Pretty simple. And the opposite of a gainer is a loser, which is a front flip moving backwards. Pretty interesting stuff. I don't really know where they come up with the names. I guess gainer and loser just happened to be reverses of each other, because one's going backwards and is a front flip, and one's going forwards and is a backflip. But yeah, I can do gainers on the ground. I don't really go forward that much, so oh well. But I really haven't done it in a while, other than, well, almost landing my neck at work yesterday. So I really do want to go back out to the city and whatnot to try to do more stuff. 'Cause I used to go down to the city where I live and do stuff off of like just the industrial stuff they have there. So it's always fun going out into the city, because people start watching you, and it's just a lot of fun because you're challenging yourself, you're putting on a show, and putting on shows is just fun. If you haven't ever like got up in front of somebody, I hate getting in front of people, but with parkour, if you're running, it's freeing. Literally, it's just free running, free. See what I did there? But yeah, it just feels natural. It's like, it feels good to do that kind of stuff. Because I've always like wanted to be like a ninja when I was younger. Like every Halloween, I would always get a ninja costume and pretend to be a ninja. Now I can say that I am a ninja. So pretty excited about that. Would I ever do Ninja Warrior? No, so I don't get the official title of a ninja. I mean, when I say no, I mean I would love to do Ninja Warrior. I would love it. It's so much. It looks like so much fun. I'm just afraid of falling on my face during that and just like going down in the water. That'd be so embarrassing. Because like I would hype myself up so much to try to do it, and I would just fail, and I would just be like, never again. Yeah, that's really been my spiel on freerunning and parkour. If you guys want to see a video of me doing this stuff so I can prove it, and I can do that stuff too, I'll do it. And just let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace.